Welcome to Books in Sum, your go-to for bite-sized book summaries.
Mindsight by Daniel Siegel. Mindsight is a set of psychological techniques designed to help us understand and reshape our inner worlds. It is the skill that allows us to reflect on the connection between mind, body, and attitude, which is central to learning how to regulate powerful emotions. Mindsight is a valuable approach that can help us find our way back to ourselves, understand how we make sense of the world, and how to live in harmony with our social environments. It is a tool that can be used when life gets loud, messy, and overwhelming, such as when watching your kids scream and fight over food. It can also be used to facilitate dialogue with your partner. The goal of Mindsight practice is to create a balanced, harmonic self, which is all about keeping your personality balanced and true to your core values. To make this happen, one must accept that it's normal to act in a range of different ways, to have relationships that contrast with one another, and that past experiences will shape you in different ways as you grow older. Mindsight-based therapy makes use of the image of a gently flowing river, which encourages people to make room for changes in their relationships and environment while continuing on their original course. It also encourages people to see the world through the eyes of those around them, which is something all humans are innately capable. Barbara, one of the author's patients, has suffered damage to her prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that enables us to use Mindsight to empathize with others, and has struggled to maintain caring relationships with her kids and friends. Stuart, a retired lawyer suffering from depression, was able to overcome his depression by learning to appreciate his emotional and rational sides in equal measure. Mindsight is brain training that keeps us resilient and emotionally healthy in everyday life. It teaches us how to reflect on thoughts and helps us create new connections between them. It also trains our brains by boosting memory and activating the same areas of our brains that would light up if what we were imagining was taking place in real life. Mindsight helps us train the right side of our brains to acknowledge and manage discomfort, and it can be a powerful part of psychotherapy. Mindsight-based therapies focus on the right hemisphere of the brain, which is responsible for our emotional awareness. To deepen our understanding of our own feelings, we can stimulate our right hemisphere by taking part in nonverbal communication games, keeping a diary, and doing a body scan. We can also focus our mind on mental images of safe places to stay in control of our responses, such as a cove at the beach. Meditation exercises can help us focus on one thing and one thing only, and bounce back if we get distracted. Mindsight helps us see how feelings are fleeting experiences, not our defining character traits. Mindsight exercises are built around three key pillars: observation, objectivity, and openness. By learning to take all three of these in stride, you will be better positioned to understand your own feelings. Observation involves noticing when distracting thoughts pull you away from your focus, while objectivity involves studying where your thoughts carry you and how they make you feel. Finally, openness involves accepting that judgmental, depressing, or confusing thoughts are just temporary, and that emotions don't need to be cause for distress. Negative childhood experiences can shape how we see our world today, but we can use Mindsight to overcome them. Mindsight is an important tool for overcoming misconceptions that have been with us for a long time. To do this, it is important to write down as many of your earliest memories as you can, as well as some of the most recent, and to examine the story that you tell about yourself and consider the possibility that there is no need for one perfectly coherent narrative. Discovering alternative stories to tell about your childhood and adult life is the first step to knocking down those walls you built around yourself as a kid. Finally, use Mindsight to be receptive rather than reactive to your partner when addressing relationship problems. Receptiveness makes your partner feel like you acknowledge and value their feelings, which in turn helps them open up and share what's on their mind. Mindsight can help us be receptive toward our partners and facilitate dialogue in a relationship. It can also help us with both past trauma and an uncertain present, such as blackouts and angry outbursts due to excessive drinking or traumatizing experiences. Mindsight techniques such as the body scan can help us regain access to the memories attached to physical difficulties that we can't quite explain. Finally, Mindsight is one of the best tools at your disposal when coping with everyday uncertainty, as humans evolved with the tendency to prefer predictability over precarious and threatening scenarios. Those suffering from OCD can experience distressing urges that won't go away until they perform a ritual behavior, such as knocking on a desk 3 times when thinking about a relative dying. This disorder can be addressed with Mindsight by learning to reflect, train, and regulate their emotional responses, which can help them cope with difficult emotions. Actionable advice: observe it and name it to tame it. Take a step back to reflect on your thoughts, and try a body scan to identify the real source of worries. By acknowledging and accepting nervous feelings, you'll be able to manage them with ease.
We hope you found this summary helpful in your listening journey. If you're interested in diving deeper into the topic or getting your hands on the whole book, be sure to check the description below where we've included links to the book and other related products that may be useful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest book summaries. And feel free to leave a comment with any suggestions or requests for books you'd like us to cover. Thanks again for tuning in and happy listening.